The international break is finally over. People are happy, fans are happy, but I doubt if United fans and Chelsea are, because over the weekend they rested. They stayed away from another loss, of course, but this one, no escape. Quick one, before the international break, we had mixed reactions to matches, and of course United continue with a good run of losing away to Arsenal. That was one of the biggest matches after making a lot of noise, but it happened. Harry Maguire and Johnny Evans and VR happened, and yes, of course City went to the international break at the top of the table, the only team in the English Premier League, right, with 100% record. Now ahead of match day 5, we want to take a look at some of the matches, and of course match of the day from Liquid Sports Show, we take Man United taking on Brighton. We're going to be discussing that match.
Yo, in details, of course.
Yep.
No way you said we rested to drop points as Man United and Chelsea. You know, right now I represent Manchester United and Chelsea in these discussions because we are suffering, but
Your brothers.
We will come back this weekend and we'll show people.
I saw a certain meme of I think it was a video trending in Uganda. A boda guy trying to ride when it was raining. It was flooding, and people were questioning why are Chelsea fans Chelsea gambling with their lives.
I think it's gonna be a good weekend. Manchester United are gonna face Brighton. Chelsea are gonna face some team. Who are they gonna play?
Liverpool will be up against, of course, Wolverhampton. And Chelsea are up against, let me see, Chelsea against FC Bournemouth. A team you picked for your bet slip.
Bet slip, yeah.
Yes. So
I already predicted that game to have over 2.5 goals in the bet slip.
Of course.
So I'm thinking there's going to be a lot of goals in that game. So is that the first game on Saturday?
No, on Saturday we have the first game, Liverpool away to Wolverhampton. Early kickoff match. Yes.
Whoa. Okay. Wolves have always been one of the teams that always give food for thought to the big teams in the EPL. And at Molineux is never easy, by the way. We know that last time out Liverpool lost at Wolves. So Van Dijk is still out, right?
Yes, yeah, he got another match. He was suspended, and fined because of his words after being sent off.
But I think without Van Dijk, they still have a good defensive line. Yeah. They did was it Matip and Gomez?
Yeah.
They did very well against Newcastle.
Newcastle United amid the red card.
Yeah, amid the red card. So, and they also kept a clean sheet. After that, they won 3-0 against Aston Villa.
Yeah.
So I think they should still do well in this match, though away at Molineux, I'm seeing a 1-1 draw. How about you?
Liverpool is now a team which is now getting that pace, and I think they're grinding. So there is no way they're going to draw points against Wolves, and I'm going for a 2-1 victory for Liverpool. And then again, we'll have now our match of the day, which is Manchester United taking on Brighton at Old Trafford. Brighton is a team which has done really wonderful. And I expect this game to be challenged. What's your take?
Right. When it comes to Manchester United versus Brighton, we've seen a couple of bad performances against Brighton for Man United. The last match, I remember Manchester United lost at the death when Brighton were awarded a penalty. And the previous game before that at Old Trafford also went haywire for Man United. They lost 2-1 when the season was beginning. So maybe we check the team news and see what we have, who's not there, who's there, who's suspended, who's not, before we make any other predictions or judgments on this game.
United could be without 10 of their first team players.
Wow.
Around 10, and of course, Malaysia is still out. Amad Diallo is also out. We have Maino, who is also injured. We have Tom Heaton, who is also out. Mason Mount continues to be sidelined. Luke Shaw and Rafael Varane. Remember, Anthony is also out.
Out because
for one period.
yeah, Man United had to drop him for now because of the case that is ongoing.
Yeah. Yes. I expect Højlund, however, to be handed the starting role.
Yeah.
After
Make his
showing
full
some
debut.
Impressive movements against Arsenal in their 3-1 loss at the Emirates Stadium. Okay.
So what?
Yes, and I expect Lisandro Martinez is a doubt. Could play, could not feature because after picking up an injury against Arsenal. Yes, so that's how the team looks like in terms of team news.
Yeah, so I think in terms of team news, maybe for Brighton, how about Brighton? Before maybe I make any other comments about those unavailable players.
Brighton, I think they have most of their players back, and I don't expect them to miss a lot of players apart from their youngster, Julio Ecinso. We expect him to be out, and Jacob Moda. Even Ferguson, I think he picked up a knock. You know how important he is, but just a doubt he could feature for Brighton. Either way, we just expect Pedro, of course, to lead the line for Brighton, Mitoma, and also March. So the question is, no Luke Shaw, will Dalot match?
It's gonna be difficult for Man United again, and those injuries and the suspensions and players missing will have a huge effect. And let me just take a look at how the squad will look like. We'll have maybe Onana in goal. Dalot will come in, of course, for Luke Shaw. And there's likelihood that Lindelof will play
alongside Maguire
because Martinez
or
is doubtful.
Evans. Would you start?
Of course, Lindelof and Maguire have played together for some time, and they could still play in this match.
Yeah.
And then maybe at the right back we have Wan-Bissaka.
Very impressive player.
And then in the midfield as well, you didn't mention Amrabat, but Amrabat is also injured.
He is out actually. And you said another injured.
Yeah, he had back problems, so he will not feature in this match. And I think the midfield will still remain as of which played against Arsenal. So we'll have
Eriksen,
Casemiro, and Bruno. And then on the wing, of course, Anthony is unavailable.
Yeah.
So we'll have Pelistri most likely starting.
I'll go for Garnacho.
On the right.
Garnacho on the right, Marcus Rashford and Højlund to lead the attack.
Unfortunately, I don't think. Could be because Garnacho has been doing good job. He came on against Arsenal and scored that goal which you robbed us. But it's okay. So
do you have caps? I want to give a remote to
I'm thinking what I'm seeing happening is the front three will be Rashford on the right, Garnacho on the left, and then Højlund as a striker. Yeah. So
I think it's the same. But then again, they are coming up against backline of Dunk and Webster for Brighton. Brighton is a team which has done some amazing job since the start of the campaign, and I don't expect this game to be easy for Man United. United in the last, United have to concede. That's a guarantee.
Before we take a look at if we're gonna concede or not, I'd like to take a look at how these teams have gone to head-to-head.
Exactly. I was just talking about United's performance, but it's fine. You can go with the head-to-head.
Yeah. So they have played 15 times.
15 times. Okay.
Yeah, and then Manchester United have won 9 times. Brighton have won 5 times, and then there is a draw, one draw.
Okay. Last season, how did it happen?
Brighton won both home and away. They won the first game against Manchester United at Old Trafford 2-1, I remember. And then
of course, you cannot forget painful moments. Like
there was a shaky penalty that was given to them. A last-minute penalty. The game was to end 0-0, but they again won that game. I'm thinking this is a new season, you know. Manchester United.
Is United a new season team right now?
Yeah, it's a new team.
Yeah, very poor, very poor.
It's a new team. And we have to bounce back from the Arsenal.
You have to bounce back. But can you bounce back?
Listen.
I am.
So we are taking a look at the last 5 games for each team. Manchester United lost against Arsenal. They won against Nottingham. They lost against Tottenham. They won against Wolves. So in the last 4 matches, Manchester United have won 2. They have lost 2. So they have 6 points out of...
So actually, you can just say United survived twice.
And for Brighton, they have won 3. They have lost 1 against West Ham.
Yeah.
West Ham was a good side, actually. They've won against Newcastle 3-1. They've won 4-1 against Wolves. And they've won 4-1 against Luton. So
basically, you want to tell me Brighton have scored at least how many goals in the last 4 matches?
Around like
3, at least 3.
Yeah, an average of 3 goals in every match they've played. So
with Maguire coming in,
leave Maguire alone. Leave Maguire alone.
At the back, do you think United can win this match?
Well, it's going to be a tough match. Now, maybe if now we're starting to speak the points where in which this match will be won. And I think the defensive line for Manchester United is now a worry. We just mentioned that Lindelof will be back to the squad after being substituted against Arsenal. I think he played for Sweden. And then him partnering with Maguire, I think our defense line will be very much shaky. And then, without Luke Shaw, Dalot as a makeshift left back is a little bit hard for us. And again, our midfield has not been doing well, so it means we have a lot of problems. The good thing with Manchester United playing at home is that there is this belief that is always there when you're playing at home.
There was.
The crowd.
Need to correct your grammar. There is.
There is, because we haven't lost at Old Trafford for quite a long time. And it is since we lost to Brighton in last season.
So they are coming to set another record.
They are coming for revenge. So I think it's going to be a back and forth kind of game. And if we're not gonna take care of Mitoma, and we're not just talking about Mitoma alone. You mentioned Ivan Ferguson. Ivan Ferguson is a top finisher.
Match.
And they also have Match. So
Adam Lallana in the midfield also.
And Milner as well.
Yes.
So if I have to go for a score line, based on Manchester United's form at home, I'm going to go for a 2-1 win Man United. How about you?
Man United have conceded at least 2 goals in the last 3 matches in the Premier League.
Yeah.
While Brighton have scored 12 goals so far this season, the last 4 opening matches. So one thing for sure, no clean sheet for Nana. No clean sheet for Nana. I would like to give Brighton a 2-1 win, but I think a draw will be better. So I'll go for a 1-1 draw.
Well, that's our feature match. We look forward to the next matches and see how they'll go.
Yeah, you know, Brian, there is no need of getting emotional when it comes to Man United. And you know,
it's my club. It's the club that I love. If you love something, you have to get emotional when bad things happen. But when we were robbed against Arsenal.
But you robbed Wolves, and you told me here to go and cry.
Yeah, but
now because it's you guys.
There's no problem with me getting emotional. I was happy we robbed them. Now I'm sad we got robbed. So what is the problem with that?
We'll have another match.
Emotions is a two-way kind of thing. Yeah,
we'll have another match. Tottenham taking on Sheffield. Then you can take a look at Manchester City facing West Ham, coming to London, West London. So let's start with Tottenham versus Sheffield United.
Tottenham are on a good form. They are still unbeaten this season, and it's their time again to shine with yet another team that was promoted to the league. Looking at the just previous matches, Sheffield drew their last game against Everton. And I'm thinking Tottenham will win this easy. And I'm going to give them 3-1 without even looking at any other thing. Just 3-1 win for Tottenham. How about you?
Interesting.
Why is it that when we mention Tottenham, you start yawning? You hate Tottenham that much?
It's boring. Like when you talk about Tottenham, it's boring. We only met Wilson, the only fan who supports Tottenham.
I remember he nicknamed himself Lily White because of Tottenham.
I shared that name, the number with you. Strangely, guys, Werimo doesn't know, Lily White is nicknamed to Tottenham. So it's like, why should we save a man with the name Lily White?
No wonder Tottenham haven't won anything in a while. How can a club be called Lily White? Lily White, surely. Really? Really? Right, so that was my prediction for Tottenham.
It's another win for Tottenham, and I'm going to stretch it to 4-1. 4-1? 4-1 win. Because I don't see it. Sheffield are playing good football, but then again, they could shock Tottenham. We might not have a lot of goals. Maybe it could also end 2-1. But either way, Tottenham are winning this match. Then we'll have Manchester City taking on West Ham United, away to West Ham United. City, the only team so far which has 100% record. When you look at, maybe I was just checking the team news. Once again, no Kevin De Bruyne, Jack Grealish and Mateo Kovacic are out. While for West Ham United, only Thomas Tuchel, who is also out. So what's your take on this match?
It's going. I think this is the game that we should look towards watching, because these two teams are doing well at the moment. West Ham have won most of their matches, aside from the one they drew against Bournemouth, 1-1. So it's going to be an epic match as well. And looking at the form for Man City, especially away from home, they've also been winning with at least 3 goals. And direct to my prediction, I think Man City will win this game, and I'm going for a 2-1 win. Of course, West Ham will give a fight of their life for this game, because they want to show people how to defeat Pep, how to defeat the unbeatable, the invincible Man City.
I think I'll agree with you. City is a good side. So far, so good, having won 16 matches of the last 18 Premier League matches. While just for West Ham, they're unbeaten with 3 matches, winning 3 matches. So unfortunately, like I have to say, West Ham's unbeaten run will come to an end this weekend when they face Manchester City. And yes, it will be a close match, but then again, City is a team which can get away any time. Like you could be 0-0 and win it, and all of a sudden it's 3-0. We saw it happen with Burnley out of nowhere, they just scoring goals. So I think City being unbeaten, they'll stretch their beaten run, and West Ham United is not the team to stop City from claiming the maximum points. So I'm also going for a 2-1 victory. I'll agree with you on everything, the win and the correct score, for the first time since you are born.
Because I lead, you follow.
Yes, you led 2-1 at Emirates, and I followed you. Got 2-1.
You robbed us. You followed us and robbed us. Anyway, we shall never stop talking about that game, by the way, because it was this close.
It was very interesting.
It was this close, full of emotions. Were you not happy?
No.
Let's not lose track. Let's go to
I wasn't
the next
happy,
game.
by the way, to be honest. We've been beating Manchester United at Emirates Stadium. Why should I be happy? That's something which has
but
been
at 2-1, you almost cried.
No.
Yeah, your heart was right here. Let's not lose track. Let's go to the next game.
Emotional all of a sudden?
And on Sunday, we have 2 matches
Chelsea
being played.
Away to Bournemouth and also Arsenal. Away to Everton. Then on Monday night, Nottingham Forest taking on Burnley. Interesting fixture, but we're going to talk about, of course, Chelsea taking on FC Bournemouth. Chelsea, our friends. I'd agree. We are friends with Chelsea right now because the results are not there. But when the things will start happening for us, the banter will be against Arsenal and Liverpool. Bad things are happening. You are
right. So Chelsea vs Bournemouth is going to be also a good game to watch because Chelsea need to bounce back from a defeat against when they were lost in the Forest. For Bournemouth, they're also not on a so good run. They drew 2-2 with Brentford in the last game away from home. That's a good point, though. So it's going to be difficult for. No, it's going to be an easy game. They will run at each other, these two teams, because Chelsea still hasn't had a style of play for Pochettino that is already set like other teams, the top teams, you know. Yeah. So I'm going for a draw again, a 1-1 draw for this game.
Bro, you it seems like you love draws.
I love draws, and when I see Chelsea, although I think they might a little bit score a 2-1 win, but I'm still sticking to the 1-1 draw. How about you?
I think it's now time for Chelsea to get a victory against Bournemouth. Bournemouth, yes, have not been that promising, and I think when we look at Chelsea playing well. They're attacking with Enzo Fernandez in the midfield. Of course, Caicedo hasn't settled, but then again, Sterling is doing a good job. Yes, I expect Chelsea to get the maximum points against FC Bournemouth, and I'll go for a 2-1 victory. You know, Chelsea is a team which is unpredictable. Only you can predict it. And that's why I said they're going to take a 2-1 victory.
I disagree. I have had more pinpoint Chelsea predictions on this show.
Why do you want to cry?
Are you the one?
Right. Arsenal will be back, but this time around going to Goodison Park. Stadium, they've never been lucky. And I remember last time Arsenal lost 1-0 to Everton. Everton had gone like 10 matches without a win, and they got that win. Guess against who? Arsenal.
Arsenal now, with the new manager bounce.
Now, yes, I remember we were reviewing that match. Now, Everton are actually rooted at the bottom, 18th on the log, having won 0 matches with only a point.
The one that they picked up in last weekend.
And a single draw. So it was a draw, and what do you think about this match? I don't like to jinx this. Arsenal is a team, when it comes to teams which are performing badly, a team which has had like 10 matches without a win in a row. Arsenal will give them 3 points. Now, do you expect this match to be kind of different or just the same?
This should be a cakewalk for Arsenal. Whether Arsenal have never won at Goodison for some time, I think this is the match where Arsenal will have to prove a point with their away form. And Arteta's boys are playing football. In their previous match against us, they played football. And it's good to see that they can maintain a certain play, you know. So in this kind of match, your midfield, Arsenal's midfield, is strong at the moment. I don't know, Partey is still out.
Partey still out.
We still have Declan Though.
Yeah.
He's there. He's
not
in
Declan
there.
Though, Declan Rice.
Declan Though. I say Declan Though because I know what I'm saying. So he scored against Man United, his first goal for Arsenal.
Yeah.
He's had a good season, few games so far. I will not say season because it's long.
Yeah.
It's a good start for him. I'll go direct to the prediction of Everton vs Arsenal, and I'm seeing an Arsenal 3-0 win against Everton. How about you?
Once again, no Timber, no Partey, but we have Rice. So expect Rice, Kai Havertz to continue in that role. He has been flopping alongside the brilliant Martin Odegaard, and of course our forward. I don't know if Nketiah or Gabriel Jesus will start, but whoever does will get the job done. This, I know, away to Everton has been one of the toughest matches for Arsenal. This is not this season, in recent seasons, because I think out of around 5 matches we picked no win. The most recent one where we lost 1-0 to Everton. And but now this time round, it's time for us now to blow this Everton team, completely to blow this Everton team. However, I still have a feeling there is still misunderstanding at the back, and I don't expect Aaron Ramsdale to keep a clean sheet. And I'm going for a 3-1 win for us now. Of course, Aaron Ramsdale will concede. Still, I want to see the new signing in between the posts, but maybe he'll feature later. As we wind up, question.
What question? Bring it on.
We saw what happened with Anthony. What's your take?
Right.
Him, like,
I actually wanted really...
I'll ask you two questions. One, what happened with Anthony? Is he taking the same route as Greenwood? And number two, Ten Hag exposing, trying to talk negative about Sancho, something which Sancho came out clearly and denied. And of course, he posted on Twitter and Facebook, Instagram, trying to deny all the allegations made against him. And a week later, he deleted. What's your take on those two things at United?
There is trouble in our dressing room. And I kind of, you know why I put on this for saying this? Is because
you don't want us to see your tears.
You used to me crying, right?
Yeah.
Now,
can you remove them?
No. This is it. There's big trouble in our dressing room. You know, I don't know. I used to think Ten Hag is a kind of no-nonsense manager who says whatever he wants to say.
But in the end, it's a no sense.
But in the end, I think he's taking it too far, because personally, there is no way you will say, like, we don't want to leak things that are happening in our dressing room to go to the media, and yet you're the one, like, who's doing that, you know. It happened with Ronaldo. He chased away my all-time favorite player, my GOAT. It is happening with my current favorite player at Man United, Sancho, and it doesn't look good. So I think there's just a problem in the dressing room again, and I don't know really how to explain this situation. And then the Anthony issue is over there. It's also like in the dressing room, he will be dropped. So we don't have scope depth as well. We only have Pelistri who's coming into play, and I think he should have done better. He should have handled the situation in a different way. Remember, he has, stood aside Sancho every time when Sancho needed that break away to get his mental back to football. He sent him away to go for a holiday. But then again, you are supposed to handle these players like they are eggs, you know. They are young, they are earning a lot of money. Like Sancho is on a $350 per week wages. You know what that means to a 23-year-old? You need to take them like your own children. You need to teach them how to behave.
So you want to blame Manchester United's payment structure?
No, it's not about the payments, because we've seen young players like Vinicius, Mbappe.
How much is Foden earning? How much is Bukayo Saka earning?
You know, there's a difference between their situation and this situation, because we got Sancho from Borussia Dortmund, and at the time he was one of the best talents.
Hottest kid.
Yeah, the hottest kid on the market.
Yeah.
I mean, you will pay him whatever you have for him to come and improve your team. You can't compare him to what Saka is earning, because Saka is from Arsenal's academy, and his salary will rise as what happened to Rashford. I mean, the salary will keep on rising with your performance. Yeah. So those are two different things. But then again, the salary thing already to players all over the world, I think mostly in Europe top 5 leagues, is an issue. And this is the issue. We've seen players who play so much better when they're earning less money. Anthony Martial is another good example in the same dressing room. He comes from Monaco, he comes to Manchester United, they raise his salary, his attitude, his playing style. He doesn't give a damn about football anymore, right? I mean, so salary could be an issue, but then again, how a manager handles the situation is way more important. It should not come out like it did. You can't go on to the media and start saying, my player did not train properly. And this is the same Sancho who came on against Tottenham. We had a better game. He came on against, when we were losing against Nottingham, we won the game. So you're not going to do that. You've got to handle the situation better than you do. How about you?
Trouble at Trafford. I don't want to talk much. I think we'll get another segment about this.
Yeah, but
then again, as per my feeling, we've seen many players mess up, but your manager is always right, but is supposed to protect you. Because you need to protect the image. Right now, everything is exposed. That means even the career of Sancho could be hanging
on the lines right now.
Because who will sign a player whom you feel like is disrespectful, doesn't come to training early enough and stuff. So it's a sad situation. As much as we are enjoying that sad situation for Man United, for United fans, they are really broken. And that means if Sancho now means he'll be away from the team, Anthony away from the team, then again losing players to injury, that means United are a team this season to struggle.
Yep.
Yeah. And if Eric Ten Hag, you had it here first. If he doesn't behave that is United, he'll be kicked out. We had Mourinho, and he left. You leave very early in the morning. I think that's all.
Yeah, that's all. We'll talk about Pogba's doping situation, testosterone.
You see it. Thank you.
We'll talk about it later. Or you want to talk about it right now?
No. Pogba used to score and he could show us like. We never knew what
in your veins. In your veins.
Veins, man.
It is in the veins now.
It is in the veins. Anyway, we've come
to the end of the Premier League preview again. That is for the match day 5.
Yep.
And we hope we're going to have a good weekend. Yes, my name is Brian.
They call me Vincent.
And this is the Liquid Sports Show.